Today we want to look at strategies for a lasting marital relationship. For a successful marriage, it requires a lot of efforts. Your marriage requires a lot of management, a lot of leadership and management to have a successful marriage. The first thing you should know is that marriage is an act of ibadah, is an act of worship. You have a relationship with your Lord, and if that relationship with your Lord is kept, your relationship with your wife or your husband will also be successfully kept. We have duties and rights, but most of us forget our duties and we concentrate on our rights. We have forgotten that there are no rights without corresponding duties. Almighty Allah wants us to see marriage as a devotion to your Lord. And that is why the husband and wife should understand that there are 10 duties expected of both the husband and the wife to their Lord. These 10 duties are prescribed in Quran 33 verse 35. Allah mentions, Innal Muslimina wal Muslimat, the husband should submit to his Lord, the wife should submit to her Lord. The meaning of submission is that you do away with your free will and take the wisdom of your Lord. You submit to the wisdom of your Lord. You submit to the judgment of your Lord. You submit to the prescriptions of your Lord. And through submission, you demonstrate humility, not arrogance. You have large-heartedness. You are able to tolerate the inadequacies of your partner. You are able to show kindness and not wickedness. You are able to understand that man is naturally imperfect and inadequate. Only God is described with all sense of perfection. So the first of your duties, both husband and wife, is to truly submit to your Lord. The second is to believe in your Lord. The third is to be devoted to your Lord. The fourth is to be truthful. Truthfulness. Don't joke with it. The fifth duty is to be patient. The sixth is to be modest. Seventh is to be charitable. Be charitable. And eighth, observe fasting regularly. 9 is to be chaste. There must be no extramarital affairs. And 10 is to remember Allah always. So when it says, Innal Muslimina wal Muslimat, wal Mu'minina wal Mu'minat, wal Qanitina wal Qanitat, wal Sadiqina wal Sadiqat, wal Sabirina wal Sabirat, wal Khashiina wal Khashiat, wal Mutasaddiqina wal Mutasaddiqat, wal Sa'imina wal Sa'imat, wal Hafizina Furujan wal Hafizat, wal Dhakirina Allah Kathira wal Dhakirat. He mentions the 10 qualities. If you have these 10 qualities, you will be able to hold the relationship between you and your Lord. You know, we have relationship with our wife and our husband, and because our wife does a lot of wrongs, we reciprocate by also doing wrongs. Because our husband does not behave well, we meet his misbehavior with our own misbehavior, forgetting that the fact that someone is not discharging his or her duties is no license for you to also misbehave, because by misbehaving, you are misbehaving towards your Lord. So the Quran states in Surah Rum, Quran 30 verse 21, وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ أَنْ خَلَقَ لَكُم مِّنْ أَنفُسِكُمْ أَزْوَاجًا لِتَسْكُنُوا إِلَيْهَا وَجَعَلَ بَيْنَكُم مَّوَدَّةً وَرَحْمَةً إِنَّ فِي ذَلِكَ لَآيَاتٍ لِقَوْمٍ يَتَفَكَّرُونَ. Says, and among the signs of your Lord is that He created for you mates from among yourself, creating your spouse for you, so that you find tranquility, peace. And He has created for both of you love and mercy. It says, in this is a sign for those who reflect. My brothers and sisters, many marriages have collapsed due to misunderstandings between the husband and the wife. And this has led to broken homes. If you look at the victims of most broken homes, they are the children, the innocent children who become victims of your misbehavior. You need to understand that as a man, you have your duties well spelled out. And as a woman, you have your duties well spelled out. When you discharge your duties, you are obeying your Lord and you are worshiping your Lord. The first strategy to make you have an everlasting relationship is to understand the meaning of Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. What does it mean to say that, oh Allah, it is you I worship, and it is from you I seek my help? The reason for this is it makes you focused. You will be guided by the fact that everything that you do is directed towards seeking the favor of your Lord. Whatever you do as a man must be an act of worship. Must not be to seek the favor of your wife. Must not be to prove the love to your wife. Must not be to seek the attention of your wife. Must not be to expect your wife to appreciate what you have done. Everything you do must be to worship God. So, if the Quran says in Quran chapter 4, verse 34, Ar-rijalu qawwamuna 'ala an-nisa, that men are the maintainers and the protectors over women, it means Almighty Allah has elected you as a husband over this woman. For what purpose? One, to worship God through services to this woman. To worship God by being compassionate with your wife, showing her love, maintaining her, getting her accommodation as an act of worship, getting her clothing as an act of worship, feeding her as an act of worship, listening to her, sharing experiences with her as an act of worship, taking care of her in all manners is an act of worship. Talking with her, greeting her, responding when she greets, taking care of her children, taking care of her family, ensuring that you demonstrate love even in her career, ensuring that you assist her in discovering herself, doing all sorts of things, encouraging her spiritually as act of ibadah, telling her you love her. Doing all this that you do must be an act of worship. Even praying for your wife, you must create time to pray for your wife. And you don't backbite. Don't talk about your wife with others. Don't listen to critics who are interested in committing slander against your wife. Trust your wife. Build her. Forgive her. Learn how to overlook her mistakes, knowing fully well that there is no one without mistakes. Remember, you take care of her, you take care of your children. When you are good to your wife, you are already good to your children. Your children are watching. Have this mind of forgiveness. Have the ability to overlook. Because you have submitted yourself to Allah, it becomes very easy. You do everything because of Allah. So you have reward. Whether the wife appreciates or not, you have reward. But the moment we want appreciation from the wife, we begin to make mistakes. Because وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينُ means Allah will appreciate. It means Allah will help you. It means Allah will reward you. It means Allah will reciprocate with good deeds. It means Allah will bless you with this world and Al-Jannah. It means Allah will forgive your sins. It means Allah takes account of what you have done, and Allah is capable of rewarding you. The mistake we make is when we expect that our woman should appreciate what we have done. It's a mistake. I am coming to say the same thing in respect of women who expect their men to appreciate them. Take every step as an act of ibadah, as an act of worship. It increases your level of patience, your level of endurance, your level of perseverance, because you know that Almighty Allah has given me my wife to bless, and for me to come to Him for my reward. Come to Allah for my reward. So, because if I do things because of my wife and my wife does not appreciate it, I'll stop being good. But if I do things to my wife because of God, whether she appreciates it or not, my Lord has appreciated it. My Lord has kept a name. Ash-Shakur. My Lord says, I am the appreciative Lord. I appreciate, and I'm going to appreciate you more. On the day of judgment, you will be among those who will be rewarded for doing things because of me. He bought things for this wife because of me, not because of the wife. He did a lot of things for the wife because of me, Allah, not because of the wife. So that is one secret of never getting tired, of being good, of being selfless, of being generous, of being charitable to your wife and members of her family. And through these words of encouragement, you begin to train your wife. Your wife begins to change their conduct, knowing fully well that this is the beauty of Islam before her. Another important thing is for the wife to know how to ensure a lasting marriage. Your husband is not perfect. Your husband will make mistakes. You must have a high sense of forgiveness. You must have a high sense of patience, ability to persevere, and understand that everything I do is because of my husband. Look, the same verse, Quran 4 verse 34, explains that the women in Islam who believe in Allah, they are those who are devoted. They are those who are truthful. Like I mentioned in Quran 33 verse 35, all the 10 items we mentioned in respect of the husband, the wife must also uphold. The wife must submit herself to Allah. You must be devoted. You must believe in Allah. Everything that happens to you is happening with the knowledge of your Lord. And your Lord has enough prescription for you to cope with patience, with service, with sacrifice. Understanding that whatever I do, I'm doing it for my Lord. So you submit to your Lord. You believe in your Lord. You are devoted to your Lord. You are truthful to your Lord and truthful to your husband. You are patient with your Lord. There are 3 kinds of patience. We have asabru ala ta'ah. You are patient in obedience to Allah. Because it is with patience that you can obey Allah. Asabru anil masiyah. You are patient not to commit sins or fall into error. You are patient not to commit sins. Asabru al bala. Then you are patient when there are trials. Also, you must be modest. You must be humble. You must be charitable. You must observe fasting. You must be chaste. You must remember Allah always. It is important for anyone who wants to succeed as a woman to know that this marriage is an act of ibadah. You cannot go out of your house without the consent of your husband. Seek his consent, not information. Some of us just give the husband information. I'm going to my friend's house. No, you seek permission. Because if you do not get his permission, the angels will rain curses on the wife till you return. It's important that your husband knows where you are going and your husband approves. Your husband should approve your conduct. I want to do this, I want to do that. It is good for the husband and the wife to speak the same language. You assist your husband in living a good life. You are like a manager of the home. A wife must understand the food that the husband likes. A wife must learn it to make the husband comfortable You are the comfort of the husband. The husband is also your comfort. A wife must learn the duties of the wife at home, ensuring that the husband has a lot of peace when he returns from work. What work does he do? How can I assist in ensuring that he is at utmost in performing at his job? What can I do in arranging his things, in taking care of the home, ensuring that the home is clean? Some wives are extremely dirty. They are extremely disorganized. You are the companion of the husband to ensure that the atmosphere in the house is calm and is peaceful. You are also to ensure that you do not suspect your husband. The husband too should not suspect the wife. The Quran says in Quran chapter 49, Surah Al-Jurat, that you should avoid suspicion. A good wife makes herself beautiful for the husband. She knows when to take her, bath. She knows when to dress up. She knows what to wear that will appeal to her husband. She knows what to do and at what time. She understands her husband. She doesn't complain here and there about the husband. That does not mean that she should not let people know if you have an oppressive husband. But at the same time, the level of perseverance, the level of endurance of the wife must be such that, she is able to accommodate some things, speak to the husband, sit the husband down, and know whether this husband is still normal or this husband needs the attention of a psychiatrist. Because truly, in Islam, it is not allowed for the husband to beat the wife. Prophet ﷺ said it clearly. La tadribu ima Allah. Do not beat the female servants of Allah. And when you destroy a car, it is not that car you have offended. It is the owner of the car. So when you beat your wife, you are offending Allah directly. So we must avoid anything that will make such misunderstanding come to light. The wife must be able to accommodate and appreciate whatever the husband has. Do not force your husband to go and steal. Be someone who has contentment with whatever your husband has. Appreciate whatever your husband gives. And understand that you also need to pray for your husband. Pray for him to be able to have good character, to be able to have good conduct, and do not misbehave on account of his own misbehavior. Your ability to manage him and make him a better person shows that you are a wife who acts like a mother. And it is when the relationship between you and the husband is so good that your children have healthy relationship. So there's a way you discuss with your husband, even when he does not agree with you in respect of some things. You have a way of allowing him to have a peace of mind. Then after some time, you have a way of going around it again with wisdom. One major challenge of most husbands and wives, there are issues relating to the family. You must understand how to handle the family. Yes, we must respect our family, but as the husband, you are the shield of your wife against the oppressions of some family members. We must protect our family members from being insulted. At the same time, we must protect our wives from being abused. Some people overdo it. So as a husband, in maintaining and protecting your wife, I'm not saying that the wife should insult the family, no. But there are issues that are beyond the capacity of the wife, which the family members may bring before her. At the same time, In the wife's family, the wife should protect her husband from the oppressions of her family members. So we are a balanced nation that ensures that the rights and duties of every sector is well balanced. You must come to the rescue of your husband. You must come to the rescue of your wife against atrocities of the family. But that does not mean that you will not relate with the family. It is important that you know that the marriage is between two families, and these two families must never be destroyed. The relationship must never be destroyed on account of the destruction of the relationship between the husband and the wife. It is important that the wife sees the mother and the father of the husband as her own mother and father, and the husband sees the mother of the wife and the father as his own mother and father. Give them utmost respect. Be good to them. Be good to other members of the family, because in building the family institution, a lot is expected from all of us. So in a nutshell, we are expected to do things for our wife, expecting reward from Allah. The wife is expected to do everything for the husband, expecting reward from Allah. The moment we expect the reward from the husband, we have made a mistake. On the day of judgment, we have no reward. The moment you expect reward from your wife, like you want your wife to change, and your wife has not changed, because of that, you are no longer encouraged to be good. No. Continue to be good. Continue to greet your wife. Continue to be merciful. You know, when you came into the marriage, you came with love. But to hold the marriage continuously, you need mercy. Somebody will tell you that, I don't love her again. Then you show mercy. Show her mercy. People will tell you, what is this woman still doing? You know that it is, you have a lot of duty to show her mercy, to show her compassion, that I will not allow her to suffer. I need to keep her. Okay, who will take care of her now? Will she be a fresh applicant in the community now looking for a husband? No. I show her a lot of mercy. I accommodate her inadequacies. She will eventually be good. I'll continue to pray for her. You must have the same disposition to your husband. I can accommodate my husband. I cannot make my children fatherless. I cannot make my children motherless. I don't want to be with them because I have money. Meanwhile, my spouse is not with them. Who else will act as their mother in the absence of their mother? Who else will act as their father in the absence of their father? Let us compare notes and understand that even what you are complaining of is what is being celebrated in some homes. So I pray that this marriage, your marriage will be an everlasting one. And to those who are seeking the favor of their Lord, may Allah bless you. You must never let the issue of children lead you to tearing the marriage apart. You must accommodate one another, continue to pray, seek medical assistance, and be very patient. Because Allah says, Ista'inu bis-sabri was-salat. Seek patience, seek the favor of Allah with patience and with prayers. May Allah bless your marriage. May Allah assist you in navigating the challenges of marriage. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.